The creation of this teeth connector involved a lot of trial and error, mainly because this part was created with the flex tool, which curved portions of the tube. Furthermore, this part would be able to be angled or a little more, so it allowed for a lot more leeway with the part. To start off, a circle with a diameter of 2 is created, and then it is extruded 13.4 millimeters. The 13.4 millimeters was chosen based on trial and error. A shorter version of this tool was created, attached to the assembly, and then determined to see if it needed to be longer or shorter. The creation of the assembly also is why we had a lot of trial and error in this part. After we extruded at 13.4, we had two flexes. Flex 3 created this flex, and Flex 4 created this one. Flex 3 was a lot easier to create since it was the first flex. As a result, it wasn't as important and could easily and didn't have to be replicated. So 0.7 shows how far the green plane would be from the edge of the circle, and 9.7 is how far the red plane would be from the edge of the circle. We wanted it to be about like a millimeter, the curvature to be about 1 millimeter, which is why we chose these numbers. And we also wanted it to be near the edge, which is why we chose 0.7. 0.7 seemed like the perfect number to go again after trial and error. The angles were predetermined and were not changed. In Flex 4, it was a lot harder, and the numbers had to be determined more of, again, trial and error to ensure that it looked similar to the first flex. In this one, 2.37 was chosen for how far the red plane, 8.59 was chosen for how far the green plane would be, and 0.74 for how far the red plane would be. This allowed it to be almost symmetrical to the other part. Furthermore, the angle on Z had to be changed so that this curved downwards and was parallel in the opposite direction to the first flex. After flexing, a reference plane is created on the edge of the circle over here. This is mainly because the front, top, and right plane were completely off after flexing, and to create this extrusion, we needed to create another plane. Of the edge of the circle, an extrusion is created based on the dimensions on the hinge. This part replicates the extrusion on the hinge almost perfectly, which is why the extrusion dimensions match the one on the hinge, so did the chamfer dimensions. Thank you.